this and I do that, then I think everything is super duper smooth. How's it going? How are you doing? I am harrowed. I am harrowed because I tried to rejig my entire OBS setup. So it might look like everything is exactly the same, but I assure you, everything is totally different. How are you doing, and are you as stressed as I am? I think everything is fine, but how are you all doing? I wanted to... Yeah, Sophie, you're always, I don't know what colour that is. Is it orange? Yes, the test shirt. I am rereading questionable content, and I am having a whale of a time. I am having an absolutely great time. I'm hoping that little ticker thing is going to go away, because I did try to get that to go away. Hey, it did do it. It did do it. With the power of my mind. Yeah, you're always... I don't know if that's yellow or like orange. My eyes are not able to discern between those two colours. Right, okay, so one of my missions at the minute, one of the things I want to update on these streams is to change my default pattern. Because my default pattern is normally flam taps. Flam right, flam left, flam right, flam left. I want to get flam cues. Flam left, flam right. So that's what I'm going to do now. But Pikachu. That's our question for the day. What was Princess Di's favourite drum rudiment out of the 40 drum rudiments? How are you doing, Sasha? This is probably all stuff that you'd find really easy, but I've been like trying to rejig my broadcast routing all afternoon. And it took me like an hour. There's a little thing down here that you can't see yet, but it's going to come back. I guarantee you it's going to come back in about 200 more seconds. But I've been trying to get that sorted for like an hour, trying to figure out how to make the text change every time it reappears. And I think I did it. Like, it should come back with a different message every time. It's going to be very exciting. But for me, that was just like an hour of clicking random buttons and hoping it magically works, because I do not have the brain power for doing stuff. Rereading questionable content, and that's why I have the test shirt, which I really like. Although, this shirt is about 12 years old, I think. So, it is now starting to look a little bit haggard, but it's fine. A little bit rough around the edges. But yeah, how are you all doing? Because I am tired, and I am sleepy. You are fine. I am dropping sticks. How fine are you? EP, very EP. Not EP as an extended play, EP as in time to eep. Everyone be EP. I'm not going to be EP because I've just had a load of coffee at set. Oh no! Oh, I thought I was starting at 6 o'clock. This is not going to help me sleep. Okay, that's fine. Let's just finish it off now. I'm going to finish this off now so the coffee wears off earlier. You're about to watch me take too much caffeine on stream. Let's do this. Okay, we are now at least 15% faster than we were. Yeah. We are 15% faster than we were before I drank the coffee. So I'm now gonna get super fast. I'm then gonna get super twitchy and super trembly because of the caffeine, and then I will develop a stomachache. I can. There we go. That kind of works. Oh no, the whole thing is just broken. Like, I'm just like, it's just perfectly silent. It's good technique. It's good technique. Unfortunately, this is really annoying to do, but it's probably like the same amount of practice though, because it's the same coordination. So maybe this is what I should be doing all along. Maybe this is like it makes for better audio quality. So I can just do it on my head. The funniest trick in the entire kind of drumming repertoire is doing this, because it just sounds really funny. Okay, Billy, do you like films about gladiators? not the same thing. But I remember when the film 300 came out, being however old I was, 14 or something like that, I really liked that film. And I look back on it and think, was there something going on underneath that who knows? And a really dodgy cam. And I think the person who cammed it got I think the person who cammed my pirate copy of 300, they got found and they had to cut halfway through the film. So it's like it was in 2 files that were split about 45 minutes in and about an hour, and then the first 45 minutes and then the next hour. So it was just like, and it's 2 obviously different quality cameras as well. From what I assume are 2 different showings of the film, maybe in 2 different cinemas, I don't know. But it was very funny. Is it not the Magnificent Seven? Simple 6. I can't think of anything funnier. We've already got Fast 5. I'm getting nothing. Oh, I forgot to close the thingy. There we go. Cool. I realised why I had weird computer noises coming through the last time, because although I had fixed everything in Reaper, OBS was still receiving the stuff, so I fixed that. Furious 7. I don't even think I've seen Furious 1, because there isn't a Furious 1. That series is not named the way that you would want them to be named if you just wanted to, if to get the DVD box set to all line up the right way. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Pardon me. I'm gonna be honest. Mischief Teller reminded me that Cloverfield existed. And then that reminded me that As Above, So Below existed. And that reminded me that the Grave Encounters films existed. The Fast and Furious! The Fast and Furious! So, like, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to go on like a horror movie binge this week. I think that's what's going to happen. What on earth am I doing? I'm doing right flammer cues. I need to do left. What is that? There we go. Yeah, horror movie binge. The problem with horror movies is I think my exactly. I think my tolerance for like trauma has reduced over the years. So I still really like all the horror films I knew when I was kind of growing up, because I know exactly what happens in them. But whenever I want to watch a new horror film, it's really stressful. Wait, hold on a minute. That's why you like sci-fi horror, because you know what happens in them. Because you have seen the fear that lives beyond the stars. We've not watched that many sci-fi horror films, have we? Event Horizon, yeah. No one ever wants to talk about Pandora. The Conjuring. There was the other Anna might be appearing in chat, and I cannot remember what her favourite movie is. Also, hello, how's it going? The other Anna. Sorry to just immediately be like, oh, hello, Anna. Anyway, about the other Anna who isn't even here. No, I think a favourite movie is, I don't think it's a Conjuring movie, but it's, we can ask her when she turns up, but it's like, it's something like that. I think it's, or maybe it's The Possession or something like that. It's got Sam Neill in it, who of course was in Event Horizon, and who doesn't need eyes where he's going to see, etc., etc. Where he's going, he doesn't need eyes to see. every single time. Well, so I watched Event Horizon when I was kind of a teenager. Actually, pretty young than that, but I watched Event Horizon when I was quite young. And so Sam Neill and his not really needing eyes to see horrible stuff was burned into my brain. I never watched Jurassic Park. I only watched Event Horizon. And when I was in high school, I don't know if this is still true when Mischief fell into the same school. When I was in high school, in the science department, they had TVs up on the wall, like showing this like science DVD talking about the galaxy. And Sam Neill was the one explaining, right, and this is what a star cluster is, or whatever it is. Oh, Annihilation, that's a good example, that is a good example. Not really a horror film, I suppose. It's dramatic, but I would, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a horror film in the same vein as something like Event Horizon or A Nightmare on Elm Street or that kind of thing. Yeah. So that science movie that was playing in the science department with oh man, I've lost my thread. With Sam Neill. Every single time I walk past it, it would just make me think, where we're going, we don't need eyes to see. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I thought the end was quite psychedelic. I did like that film. I found it frustrating. I liked all of the parts of Annihilation better than I liked the actual film. I found the film really, really kind of like... I found all the sum of its parts kind of frustrating for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I watched it on a bad day, but I really loved all the individual little bits. Yeah, I'll take that. Black Mirror tends to be kind of err on the side of sci-fi and horror. See, that's the thing. I found Black Mirror, I think, too difficult to watch. I really enjoyed it, but I don't know if I'd even be able to go through it again. But yeah, that was the whole thing anyway. Black Mirror, sci-fi horror. No one ever, I'm the only person who ever watched Pandorum. Which is a shameless Event Horizon ripoff. But I really like the film Pandorum. It might even be is it a Paul W. Anderson film? Another Event Horizon? I'm not sure if I made that up or not. Anyway, Pandorum. Very schlocky B-movie sci-fi film that came out... I mean, it billed itself as a horror movie, but it really wasn't. And it was like a guy wakes up in medias res on a spaceship, so he can't remember anything except for the fact that he's on a spaceship and everything's fucked. And hilarity ensues. Like, it's really quite weak and cheesy in a lot of places. But I really, really, really enjoyed it. I went to see it in the cinema with a load of friends, and there was all four of us. This was about 10, maybe 11 in the morning in the Leicester Odeon. And Color from Outer Space, yeah. Can you really describe Lovecraft as science fiction? Because yes, you can do, but it doesn't feel... Lovecraft never feels like sci-fi, for some reason. Lovecraft feels like something else completely. Like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of Lovecraftian films. I don't actually think I've seen any. But so there was four of us in this Leicester Odeon cinema, and there was one other guy there, and halfway through the film, maybe even a quarter of the way through the film, the other guy fell asleep and started snoring. And honestly, it was one of those where it was like, it just made the whole experience even better. It's like I saw, I went on a holiday to, once went with family to visit, went to visit family in the American East Coast. And we went to see 30 Days of Night at the cinema there. And I remember there was, I think, the amount of audience interaction I was not ready for. Where everyone, like, cheers and boos and all that kind of stuff. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. It's the kind of thing I'd hate to go back to it, but like at the time I was quite impressed. don't know. I've just never really been that big in cinema stuff, but I thought that was amusing anyway. I think my ideal cinema experience would be going to a cinema and there being one other person there and they're asleep. That's the dream. We had a projector at home. Instead of an expensive TV, we just got a cheap projector and and some thick curtains. And suddenly it's like, once you get exactly. He was not a honk shimmy me. He was the guy at the cinema was like a proper. Like as loud as humanly possible. It was kind of like added to the horrifying creature noises. It was amazing. Crimson Hill. Gothic horror. Yeah, like that's what Lovecraft feels like. Gothic horror. How do we miss a? I can. Oh, actually no. I tell you what. I genuinely have snoring in a song already on Aya from Music for Sleep, because it's an album about sleep. The track Aya begins with just the sound of snoring. It says, and then it turns to that really weird, the really weird like slimy bass groove. That track has a really horrible flute solo on it, which is barrels of fun. Just like the most awful sounding sound I could come up with. It was great. Snore, sing. Sloim. Drum track, baby drum track. Sloim. Hold on, what is sloim here? Because I am sloim. Oh, sloim as in the sloimy bass. I don't know why I said it in the funny voice. A sloimy bass. A sloimy bass. I love to the tune of have some more chicken, have some more pie. Yeah, slow me bass, mate. I don't know, no one wants me to do accents. My accents are horrible. Okay. These flamencos are sounding okay. That's kind of these flamencos are fun. So I think I need to do something else in terms of rudiments. Let me have a think. I'm always a big fan of 3s and 2s. I thought you said Bluey rips a sick bong hit. The colour of sound. I tell you what isn't a Lovecraft, but has the vibe of Lovecraft, with Nicolas Cage, is Mandy. Did anyone watch Mandy? Nicolas Cage opens with King Crimson. Starts by I think binging Better Call Saul in a week was The Colour of Space. Oh, is that not the one that you were talking about, Mischief Teller? I feel like that was what Mischief Teller was talking about. Oh, what is this? 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Taka, 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 taka. There we go. If anything, I'm just glad that Sasha's not posting the entire script of B-movie in chat or something like that. Yeah, Colour Out of Space. I've still not seen it because Mischief Teller convinced me not to. But but no, I think if anyone could do it, I would have thought Nicolas Cage could. I don't think you can break the stream unless like you come down here now and like break into my room, which I think I locked the door, so I think we're fine. Or if you like turn up outside the building, or you could destroy the because I'm on a data connection right now. If you destroy the local telecoms area, or if you set up a Faraday cage around this room, something that I find I've got a big metal radiator down there, and when I'm Something made a really. I don't know if that was audible on camera, but something made a noise over there. Like something made a noise, like a weird noise. Hey, Anna, how's it going? The other Anna. We've got two Annas in chat now. So we made a really scary noise back there, and now I'm kind of freaked. Maybe I've been thinking too much about horror movies. Now, Anna, I was trying to. We were talking about horror movies. And I can't remember what your favorite horror movie with Sam Neill in is. Because we were talking about Event Horizon and sci-fi horror. But I can't. I was trying to remember because I was thinking The Possession, but I think that's a film about a Jewish demon. The Possession. I can't remember if it's got Ethan Hawke in or if I'm getting that mixed up with something else. But I remember enjoying that. Possession. Oh, it's just Possession. It's not The Possession. But yeah, The Possession was heavily recommended, and I've been stalling watching it because I'm really bad at watching horror movies these days, apparently. But that's a whole thing. Honestly, I could believe that about Nicolas Cage. Why is it Nicolas Cage? I thought that's what you call David Cage from or the Indigo Prophecy, Fahrenheit. What are the Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human, David Cage. Now, this is too hard to do and play. For some reason, this is easy. I can talk over this, but this is somehow hard and I can't do it. If only it was pressing extra drum, but instead it's that weird, like, awkwardly push your stick around to make something happen. The drum. And they would make it really boring as well. Like, I remember there was a section in Fahrenheit where you can practice guitar. Oh my god, right, what we need is Face Off redone, but instead of John Travolta, who, by the way, everyone should remember is a Scientologist, instead of John Travolta, it's Elliot Page. How good would Elliot Page be in the film Face Off? Just think about that for a second. How good would Elliot Page be as John Travolta in Face Off? It's more like, I was going to say Age Off, but that just sounds really weird. Elliot Page, yeah, Elliot Page is cool. These are not smooth though. Purple Heart. Did you get that Purple Heart for Bravery? Oh, horrible. The best bit of metal I've ever detected. I've never detected metal. But I think I'm trying to think of a music thing, because of course it would be a music thing. I've probably had some kind of revelations out of listening to heavy metal before. I mean, no, with a metal detector. I once went through a metal detector while having some keys in my pocket and it detected some keys. I think that would count. That must count. I've never really, I don't think I've ever used a metal detector. This feels like a wind-up or something. It's kind of like, hey, do you know about Up Dog? And then you say, what's up, dog? And everyone laughs and they all run away and I'm left alone in the dark and the cold again and anyway, moving swiftly on. Why are metal detectors gendered? I'm lost on this conversation. I don't know what snoo is. Oh, I just figured that one out. I'll wait for the response. I'll wait for the response. Ah, actually, I can move my screens around. Very good, very good. There we go. I don't think I know any of these that they're all exactly the same ones everyone else knows in chat. There's no point trying to get chat with these. That said, I am susceptible to them. I'm really bad with these. Except for when Mischief Teller does it. When Mischief Teller would just spend an entire afternoon Mischief Teller will spend an entire afternoon trying to get me to say, kind of like, respond to, I don't know, Updog or Ligma or Hava or whatever. And it's like, just like, as you you realise how low in their estimations you are, they're convinced you're going to fall for one of these. You got to catch people off guard with them. Futurella. Is Futurella like Nutella but from the future? It's like Nutella with circuits in and shit. There's the flam taps again. I've got to get away from the flam taps. I've not watched much Futurama. I need to probably go through it, but I don't know, it's just something I've kind of skipped over a little bit. Alright, just single strokes, that's good enough. I feel like I'm, I don't know, I feel like I'm coasting on technique. I feel like, I've got a gig on Friday, and I am, for some reason, I'm practicing more than ever and feeling less and less prepared for it. I don't know what it is. I'm just not feeling this gig on Friday at all. I'm convinced that I'm going to trash it. Is that not the plot of A Boy and His Dog? Or is that something else? I don't even think I've seen A Boy and His Dog. I feel like I'm aware of that through pop culture osmosis rather than any actual understanding of that film. But yeah. You can pick them, you can lick them, something. Doesn't matter if it's boiled or fried. Something. Yeah, no, it's all nonsense all the time. So, while the nonsense is happening, what have you all been up to today? We can drown out the nonsense with gossip and like actual conversation. I don't know, maybe, if I can get my head out of the drums for a minute. But yeah, what have you all been up to? Because I have basically just spent all day mucking around with... You ate lemon. Why did you eat lemon? Lemon isn't what you're supposed to eat. Or ate. Or ated in the past tense. Ated is the past tense of ate. Why eat a lemon? Welcome to CV. Nice. Good old curriculum vitae. Good old resume. Bite this onion. You see those people who will just eat an onion like an apple? Alright, here's a question for chat. Would you eat an onion like an apple? Discuss. For what would it take to make you eat an onion like an apple? You can, this can be like peel, like maybe like an orange rather than an apple. I don't know, because if you put like like sliced onion in water, all the acid leaches out of it. Do not drink the water because it will taste awful, but if you eat the onion afterwards, it's really, really like crisp and nice. It's really, really good, especially if you salt the water. It just takes all the, it just takes all the acid out. It's really good. So like, if you could just like dunk a whole onion in some water. Oh yeah, absolutely. I absolutely eat raw onion. But like, if you just put like a whole onion in water, would that work? Would you have to like stab it up a bit to get all the acid to leak out? Because like, if I could do that, I probably would eat raw onions like apples, and my breath would stink and it would be horrible, and no one would ever want to be near me ever again. But the best, See, this is it. This is it. Lemon in water, ice in water, understandable. Everyone knows that. Oh, yucky. Everyone knows that. But then some people put cucumber in water, which is not the correct thing to put in water. I understand why someone would do it. Snakes in water. I understand why someone put cucumber in their drinking water, but it's a weird one. Then I've seen frozen fruit being used as like would-be ice cubes, which kind of like feels kind of like again weird but understandable. What's that from? Cucumber water for customers only. That's from a thing, and it's like taking my brain off now. I'm thinking about it. Hydration. You could put water in water, and then you would have double water. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that makes sense. Frozen fruit is, yeah, but in water putting frozen fruit in water to cool it down. Seems kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not convinced by it at all. I feel like, I don't know, it feels weird that I'm in the middle when I could like make the framing more even here. There we go. Cool. Also, I forgot to close the noodles drawer. There we go. No more noodles for us. Well, that's basically all I eat here. It's just endless noodles. Lots and lots of noodles. Let's find out. Noodles. There we go. That was that. I also have about 2 sachets of soup and some ibuprofen. Oh, actually no. There's a toothbrush and toothpaste in there. Sometimes you just gotta have a toothbrush at your office. Yeah, I don't think there's anything weird in those drawers. I have got some hair straighteners in there. I've not straightened my hair in ages though. I don't have a portable another dimension in that drawer. 10. Yeah, this is from the webcomic Questionable Content. Because I've been rereading and I forgot I had this shirt. Because I don't really tend to wear t-shirts anymore. Because I don't like my profile on. But I like this shirt. And a friend of mine got it me like 12 years ago. The numbers. What do the numbers mean? It's from something. Why would the image be flipped? Hold on. Let's get it. Hold on. Let's sort this out. Let's sort this out. We can do this. We can do this. There. Cool. Excellent. Now we can say het, which is not really accurate, but we can do it. Now, if anyone turns up now, they're gonna think like, why is the text in mirror writing? The E does work. It's stylized. It's stylized. It's only ironic in the Alanis Morissette sense, which is I don't think it is ironic. Oh god, I can hear the rain, which is bad. Because if I can hear the rain in here, it's raining a lot. And I didn't bring a hoodie today, and I didn't bring a car today, and I didn't bring a thick jacket today. So I feel like I'm swimming home. Yeah, I'm not gonna have a good time. 65 kilometers per hour of E. Is this like an E equals MC squared kind of problem? Can we solve this? Solve for E. I don't know. 5,000 kilograms of ton, which is just 5 tons. If 5,000 kg equals 5t, what is g? Explain this, atheists. Oh, I can't give that many many hugs because 26 is a real number of hugs. Twentington. 44.4444. I've not re-watched much Mission Weblook very recently because I went through it for a bit. I went through it for a bit and I found that there was a whole lot of I don't know. I found the shouting put me off for some reason. I feel like I've become cowardly, and the shouting just like threw me off a little bit. It's just like explain the joke and just shout it louder and louder and louder until it becomes funny. I feel like I need to like de-stress before I rewatch it. Same with Peep Show. I feel like Peep Show is too stressful for me to rewatch since I watched it the first time. He's not good, is he? He's not. Because I've read up on this thing, and he's not like. He's not full on drinking the Kool-Aid, but he is absolutely making. he's making errors. Errors in the way that he tries to convey his points that just do not read well at all. I wonder if he's one of those people who dip their toe in the water and maybe like try to back away from it a little bit after they realise how bad it was, or something like that. I don't know. But he's not particularly great. And I'm really trying to get this left stick to bounce vertically. Did he triple down? Because I know he had that one interview and then backed away from it and tried to go quiet. Because I'm talking out of my ass. I know about the one time he was a total dick about stuff. But I don't know about anything else. But again, with the flam tabs. Oh, it's the flam tabs. Swiss Army triplets. So, I think that yeah, that's what I saw. Grim shit. I feel like it's one of those where you can't really sit in the middle ground on that. So, in the sense that, like, people either get better or they get worse. Because you can't really stay in place. So you always get either pushed toward the light or you get worse and worse and worse. So the question is, like, is he going to go full-on J.K. Rowling with it, or is he going to maybe not be quite such a massive jerk about it? Time will tell. So I thought, I don't know where David Mitchell stands on it. I don't know if he's... I know that he's he said very little. He failed to call Webb out, but I suppose it's one of those awkward political situations, so he kind of missed the moment, maybe. Oh, really? Oh, that's not good. That's grim. Is it a one of the good ones problem where anytime they meet someone in person, it's kind of like anytime they meet someone in person, it's kind of like, oh, this is fine. It's just the idea of you even existing that's the problem. I don't know. That rubs me the wrong way. Again, it just makes it really uncomfortable to think about. So maybe a Mitchell and Webb rewatch is not on the cards. I don't know. There's all the death of the author stuff. There's all the death of the author stuff, but I mean, it doesn't really apply when the person is alive and earning money from it. It's the Harry Potter problem as well. It's like, oh, but it's not related to it. It's like, no, she's still earning money from that. Again, it's a good one's problem. It's a good one's problem. If you're in the room, it's socially appropriate to be polite. But as soon as the person leaves, now you can spout the hatred. Which is kinda grim. Yeah, it's always scary when you're, like, when you're serious, you know it's serious. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Ugh. Swiss Army triplets left leading. That's what that's what the world needs. More cereal. What's cereal? Oh, these left leadings are not working. What cereal are we going for here? Cereal at 8 o'clock is that's a real choice, so what cereal is that? Yummy Sugar Puffs. Sometimes when I'm going absolutely mental and having like a full-on meltdown, I'll buy Jordan's Country Crisp. Because it's basically kind of an act. It was like, it was that or, I don't know, heroin or something, but I figured I'd go for the... I figured I'd go for the Country Crisp instead because it's cheaper. Barely. But yeah, so I get Country Crisp, and Mischief Teller was convinced that it was like healthy, like it was a healthy cereal. Jordan's Country Crisp, this is just a public service bulletin for you. Jordan's Country Crisp, it is not healthy. It is not a healthy cereal. And anyone who is eating Jordan Country Crisp is not in a healthy place. It's like finding out someone's drinking like, I don't know, milkshake like every day. It's like, it's great, but what are they trying to drown their sorrows in milkshake with? Well, with milkshake, I can't figure out how the sentence works. Yeah, for sure. You just kinda got to go with, like, the gut feeling. I read, I feel like I was talking about this the other day. Was I talking about this the other day to someone? The Gift of Fear. I read The Gift of Fear recently. And it's one of those where you read through it, it's like, oh, cool. First of all, the most depressing book I've ever read. But second of all, it's all like, you already got all the signals you needed, you've just got to not ignore them. Oh my goodness, a drum kit! So, I've tried to get things set up for my audio stuff. I'm currently working on figuring out exactly how I can get everything working with copyrighted audio without having to lose my account and get arrested for murdering copyright. I'm gonna figure that one out, and I'm currently switching over the way that I save these videos so that I can try and do that. But I did try to get a couple of new little tracks to play along to today. I'm only going to go until probably about like, I'm not going to do a long one today because I'm very, very, very sleepy. But I got a couple of little tracks to play along to, so I figured I'd try that out today and see if the audio streaming, not the audio streaming, the playback is going to work. Because one of the tracks I've got has got a whatchamacallit? It has got a click running through it, but the others, I actually can run a click to me, but no click to anyone in broadcast. So what I want to do is to send that to you. I can do. Let's get no more het. Het is over now. Where is that? There we go. Hey, cool. Yeah. So I want to see if I can run a click to myself, but not to you, so that it will sound nicer when I play stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here, and I'm going to enable my drum mics, and we are going to do that. No longer in corn mode. I know, but we are in like past like mid 2000s like overbearing passivity mode, which is what Tet is. But let me just shift over 1 second. Before I'm going to do the thing first. Hold on. There we go. Is that going to work? Yes. Why is that doing that? I shouldn't be doing that. Yay! There we go. Cool, cool, cool. So, I'm going to head over to the other one now. Give me 1 second. There and there. And if I head over, and if I grab the thingy, and if I put my earphones in, and if I start talking to the microphone, and if I turn my chat on so I can actually see stuff while I do stuff. This is all taking a second, but if I do it, then I will make more of a racket. Over here, over here. That is not the chat as it presently stands. I'm definitely sure that more has been said since. Let's refresh that. If I wait for that to load up and I grab my ear things, no one can hear me still because I'm still not talking to the mic. Drum, 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 drum. Cool. And now, I am actually speaking to a mic, so that should be good. That should be good. Is that doing what I wanted to do? There we go. So hopefully you can hear me relatively easily. Let's do that over there. Cool. Am I audible and visible in the correct way? Oh, actually that's kind of annoying. Let's go further back. I assume that I am audible and visible in the correct way. Oh, this is going to just be annoying, isn't it? Can I get to that? Yeah, let's come up a little. There we go. I'm just going to start playing and see what happens. So let's find out. I mean, I know why it would hurt, but like, it's not like, it's just hitting it hurts as much as anything else, hitting anything else. If I play on my knees, it's about the same. My knees are a bit softer. The only thing that does kind of get you is the metal edges. I have some very cheap bongos here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but I did used to play these. It's a weird technique because it's like basically the same in terms of the coordination. But you have to not mute the head. If you play into it, you get a very different sound to the open. I did a cover of The Dance of Eternity by Dream Theater a while ago. That's what I'll play on stream because it's a lot of fun. But I did a cover on bongos. It's on my YouTube channel still. I'm glad you enjoyed the bongos. Barrels of fun. This is gonna trash my hands. It doesn't hurt, but it does tire them out a whole lot more. Yeah, I certainly can do. Challenge is balancing it because I've got to use my feet as well. Comes out with because it's on the snare drum. So I kind of need it on my lap. I don't know. It's a bit weird. What's more convenient is to have them set up like this, so I can actually just like get to them with one spare hand. I've seen a couple of drummers do that. But it's just, I don't know, the whole thing. I got a cajon. This is actually, the camera's standing on a cajon. I used to play cajon a lot when I was playing with singer-songwriters. I don't tend to play cajon very much anymore. But the hand technique is basically the same. So if you've been practicing loads of like, that kind of stuff, then on the hands it's basically the same. So it's kind of cool. Doubles work basically the same way. I don't have congas. I need to get like just a full-on percussion set because it would be easy for me to do it. No, I've just got those and a couple of miscellaneous like shakers and stuff. You know, but yeah. As soon as you said that, I messed up and just completely failed. Yeah, so essentially I had a couple of little sneaky things I can play. So I'm going to do that now, and so we're going to see what happens. So I grabbed some random drum backing track here. Let me know if you can hear it alright. Something nice and funky. Whenever anyone calls me Galen, I always get paranoid, because there's a much better musical Galen that exists in the UK prog scene. And everyone always mistakes me for better Galen, is what people now call me. No, call them, sorry, in relation to me. So I'm worse Galen, and understandably too, because they're amazing, but I've kind of accidentally built my entire brand around another name that is much more well known than me, which is bad, but oh well. I hope you have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for joining. I just want to say good luck to you both. We're all counselors. By the way, so no one confirmed, but I assume that the track is coming through. Are we getting the track here, or is it just me playing? There should be funky, groovy funk happening. Let's turn this up. There we go. shopping or boring shopping? Something you get the bongos like that. Yay! Oh my god! Is that the oh no. I don't remember there's that famous tunnel that went meme-worthy on Reddit for a while. I kind of forgot that Sunny D even still exists. Wasn't there like a time where a Sunny D spillage ended up making like an entire river go Sunny D colour? Sunny D is the one with like absurd levels of something in it. I don't know if that's a real thing or something like Mum just impressed onto me. I feel like Sunny D is somehow like medical grade. I don't know if that's true or not. Or maybe that's what the advertising said. That's what I was thinking. It's the orange is like in violation of the Geneva Convention or something. See, that sounds less fun, but it's probably more fun once you kind of like digested it, rather than it mostly being like alien plastic or something. Disappeared and came back. And now, Mischief Taylor has a crippling addiction to blue M&Ms. It's destroying them. They used to be good normality teller, but it turns into mischief because the E numbers in the blue M&Ms are completely crazy. entire handful of blue M&Ms and see how close to heaven you can get. This is not the type of fast fun. The main thing that's going off is my stick going off to the floor. Or Mischief Teller going off to another world by abusing blue M&Ms and Monster Energy. Topping off, slaying. I am not capable of slaying. I do not have the, I do not have what it takes to slay. And I think that is... Yeah, so I had that just like as a noodly backing track thing prep. And there, you will have been able to hear the click the entire time. What am I hearing? Something is buzzing. Oh my goodness, I've just realised that the audio is coming through the speakers. I've got to go turn that off, because that will sound weird in the record. Let's get rid of that weird extra room noise. 1 second. Getting out as unnaturally as humanly possible. There we go. No. That was me saying no to speakers being left on and having monitoring problems. Speaking of weird noises, the other thing I prepped was the last song on the Prefers 1 album, Boundless Eternity, Hereafter Torment. And of course, because Prefers always names all their songs after their albums after the song, this is called Torment. But I figured I wanted to specifically test this out to see if I can hear the click, but you can't. Why is it always we? Why does it have to be we? It could just be normal people drink. Why couldn't it be normal people drink? All of you are fired. You're all fired. Let's grab the other one. Here we go. Which I've not played since I did a demo recording of it, and then we just transcribed the demo recording to MIDI, and I never touched it again, so I have no idea what I played on this. But let's see how this works, but hopefully you can't hear the click. But it sounds very, very doomy. It's very nice. I like it. It's a good track. Oh my god, Mischief Teller. Oh my god. makes me sound... I don't think I'm cut out for royalty. That just makes me sound weird. There is now... That's basically that track. I cut the end off that track because the click wasn't synced, and I realized as I did it that that's not the actual one. That's an early draft. So that is why the levels are all over the place. But the oh, thank you so much. I am definitely not a drum goddess. I am a drum mere mortal. But that's Torment from Prefers to Hide in the Dark. There is another Prefers to Hide in the Dark album coming out soon. I know the bass is being recorded as we speak, probably right now, which is kind of cool. And that is much harder. That has songs that go very fast. And by fast I mean slow, but really complicated. One of the grooves from Prefers to is this. If I can play it, which I've not played in ages. I've never played it without looking at the music. I recorded it all with sheets in front of me. I don't even know if I could get away with it without looking at that right now. And there are some spicy drum parts on that. Just lots of really weird, off-putting stuff. Even when it's slow, the slow parts will sound like replacements and horrible stuff like that. So, because I am super tired, I'm not going to go on super late today. What I really wanted to get done is see how the record looks, and to see how it comes out with like me doing all this weird routing stuff. So I'm probably only going to do like one more thing, and the other thing I was going to do is just run some Eeyore again and see how I can get on with the blast beats, because that's what I've been trying to build up the stamina on that. Just trying to play these kind of blast these. For a long time is really wiping me out, so I need to try and improve that. So I'm going to play Acid Monsoons from the Eeyore Year Without a Summer album, and find out if I can actually do it in one this time, rather than just like faking it all like I did before, by recording it each little teeny bit at a time. I am not a metal drummer, not a very good metal drummer. Let's find out. Let's find out.
sicker if I could keep up, but alas. Ewa wanted me to play that live, but I told him it's not going to happen because, although I recorded it, I'm not a good enough drummer to play it. And I'm probably going to have to keep playing that over and over again until I can get there, until I get it close enough to a live standard. But it is not there. Yes, you and me both. That middle section with just the kicks on its own is weirdly enough the hardest part because the you can kind of hide behind the flub on the blast beats. That I'm playing with 2 feet. Right there, right there, right there, right there. But really, it should be 1 foot. Or even 1 foot left foot. My left foot clearly can't keep up. Yay, dinner time. I hope you have a nice dinner. I'm going to be off pretty soon anyway as well, because I also need dinner. I had a tin of tuna right before a student earlier, and it gave me indigestion, and it was great. So, yeah, but no, that milli bit, just so unclean on the feet. So unclean on the feet. So what I'm going to do is try and get that sorted eventually by all of these endless exercises. Just try and get that going. It's probably more of a stamina issue than anything, but it just takes so long to get the feet in line. It's just endless foot stuff. Moving harder with leaning over a mic. It doesn't help that I'm on the world's nastiest bass drum pedal right now because it's just falling apart, but I haven't been able to find a replacement pin for the bottom bit, which is super annoying, but it just means it's very rattly, and I don't know if it's the pedal or if it's me. It could be both, but I'm certain the pedal has something to do with it, but it definitely needs a whole lot of work. So, I've totally failed to do any Great Manta stuff today. I should probably do that. Being that I've got time, I should probably I've run Parasite a dozen times already, and I don't think I'm allowed to do anything else until May 26th when the album comes out. But, well, that's a whole thing anyway. There's only one bit I'm worried about. It's the same thing I was rambling about on Monday. I've got a riff that goes something like, I'll get the mic out of the way. Comes out weak, so I need to sort that before then. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to that Friday gig with a band called Divided by Design, which seems to be like a really, really cool, interesting instrumental guitar-y band kind of thing. With a guitar player who seems to be allergic to left-hand vibrato, funny enough. I don't know, that's just the impression I got, but it was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to seeing those on Friday. And then I will be back. I'm going to go to the desk. I can do that. If I can escape. There we go. Oh. Bam. There we go. And then... oh, no. Oh no, was my room mic on the whole time? Oh, I messed that up. Oh, that's going to sound horrible then. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, so, what am I doing? I am back on Saturday evening to do some more lovely songwriting. So, if you are around on Saturday evening, I will catch you then. If you are around in Lincoln on Friday evening, I will catch you then. But, thank you so much for joining me. I really, 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 really appreciate you all hanging out. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much. I will see you whenever I see you. Have a good one, and I will see you there then. Bye.